Okay, good evening, everybody. Let's go ahead and get started. Let me know if you guys can hear my audio and see my screen in the chat box. Just give me a little Y or yes there, just to let me know that it's working. Hope everybody's having a fantastic evening so far. I apologize about getting started just a second late, but I'm looking forward to this webinar and looking forward to trading with you guys. Well, great. Let's go ahead and jump into this. Let me pull up our disclaimer. As always, I need to remind you guys about the risks involved in the market. You can lose all or more than your initial investment if you're not careful. So please be aware of how many pips you're risking on each trade, as well as how big your lot size is and ultimately how that would affect your account if you were to lose money. So make sure that you're going through that process each and every time that you take a trade. Okay, so let's do this. I need to pull up, where did it go? I need to pull up my other account here. Okay, so here we go. Let me pull this over. There we go. Okay. All right, let's talk COT report. Let me pull that up real quick. Sorry, I've just got some other trades I'm moving around here. I just got back from dinner, so I apologize. Okay, so let's go to the COT report. I apologize. I haven't updated this yet. We'll go ahead and do that right now. Let me finish this off. What I was doing. So I have been collecting. Let me show you what I've been doing. Let me actually go to the cftc.gov website. So normally I get data from when I'm on the COT report. I'll go to, say, the Aussie and look up the Aussie right here. Normally we'll look at the dealer side of the market. However, I've been talking to a lot of other traders. I've been doing some more research. I've been looking at the leveraged fund side a little bit more, and I've had a lot of success trading that side, although you still can have lots of success with the dealer side. So I've been using this mostly. So when I'm adding this data in, I'm looking at the leverage side. So that's a little bit of a change for anybody that's new to this. Let me go ahead and delete all that. And let me go ahead and unhighlight those. This is data from the 8th. So 11/08/2022. Okay. So for the Aussie, I have 18,680. And then I have on the short side 40,362. And then let me pull up the euro. You're gonna see some really cool stuff here in just a second. Let me just finish filling this out. So I got 81,850 and 75,031. Okay, and then I got pound. Pound is gonna be 65,610, 58,267. Okay, let's go to NZD. NZD is gonna be 17,232, 14,751. Now let's go to the CAD. I've got 16,927, 37,931. And then I've got the franc at 49,004 and 14,034. All right, just two more, and then we're going to be good to move forward. So, and then JPY yen, I've got 37,682 and 61,476. And then for the US dollar, $. For the US dollar, I have 15,063, 22,424. Okay, perfect. So Let's look this up. I'm thinking it's probably very similar to last week, mostly. The only thing that's changed, looks like the franc is the most shorted right now. And then you've got a lot of stuff that's shorted. The strongest against the franc would probably be the Kiwi, which is basically the same as last week. So, but now the top currency you'd be looking at, so last week it was actually the Aussie Kiwi, and it's still a great one to trade. And then you've also got this week you have the NZD franc. Oh, and this is NZD franc long. And then this one would have been Aussie franc short. So let me show you this. Like if you pull up the charts, like for example, if you look at last week, look at the NZD Kiwi, where it's going, where it's been. Pull up like a 15-minute chart, maybe an hourly. Yeah, let's do an hourly. That doesn't show us the full picture. This thing's been very shorted. It's in fact probably the most shorted currency on the market. Just very shorted currency, and you can see that it's still that way. Actually, now it's kind of flipping. It looks like the Aussies flipped a little bit, 68% to 74. So no, it's still about the same. Never mind. I was confused. So 68% to 53. So it's still a great option. Like to short the Aussie Kiwi is a really, really great option still. But it looks like the Kiwi franc long would be the very best trade you could take this week. Although there's other good options. Like you could do, you know, you got the CAD at 69% short. So a Kiwi CAD short, excuse me, a Kiwi CAD long would be good. Yeah, an Aussie Kiwi short would be a really good one. Let's see, how about even the pound? Like a lot of these are really close, but you could do like Kiwi against the yen. So that would be Kiwi yen long. But let's go take a look at the NZD franc. This one just switched recently. This would technically be the best trade of the week. What did I say? Kiwi franc long. So this is gearing up for a move to the upside, based off of institutional bias. And it makes sense. I mean, look at this right here. So you on an hourly, you definitely have a reverse head and shoulders that's caked into an uptrend. Those are the best kinds of reverse head and shoulders. Like if you're trading a head and shoulders, right? Something that's in a strong uptrend, and then all of a sudden a head and shoulders pops up. This one can work out, but often I've seen these come down and then break right back up into their uptrends, right? And then you get stopped out and you lose money. Versus like this example where you have an uptrend and then it pulls back some, does this. It forms a reverse head and shoulders right here, boom, and then just continues along. This is the best kind of head and shoulders, or reverse head and shoulders rather, that you can find. So I actually really like this trade setup. Like this, there's a lot of ways you could trade this based off of the COT report alone. So since you have COT report confirmation, you could either just buy now. Another way a lot of people trade is they can put a buy stop right here, you know, and you put your stop loss either behind this wick or behind this candle, you know, this consolidation here. All of that would be very valid. And then you would just ride this up. You'd have to look at, you know, what resistance levels are out here that you could potentially target at. But something like this all the way up to here would be a fantastic trade. So this might be a really, really good option on this Kiwi franc. Let's go look at some other options that you might have here. So yeah, maybe franc against the pound. So pound franc, long pound franc would be the trade to take. That one's like second or third place would be this one. Yeah, and it's actually doing the same thing. Look at this. A lot of these are doing that right now. Look at that. Got that nice reverse head and shoulders. Kind of built into an uptrend, generally speaking. So this could be a good one too. Whenever you're taking these, just remember these are longer term / swing trades. When I say longer term, these are meant to last a week, maybe 2, maybe 3 weeks. When I used to trade the COT report, they would last sometimes months at a time. With the leveraged funds, I've noticed the trades typically work out a little bit faster, which is kind of nice. So you typically don't need to be in these trades for a very long time to earn a profit. Like with this Aussie Kiwi, I actually traded this last week. This was the best trade to take as of last week. It's still a great trade to take now, but it was something that I took last week. You could absolutely short this guy. Absolutely. There's a lot of really good options here. I mean, pretty much anytime this market came up, boom, it just got sent lower. Came up, boom, got sent lower. So I imagine this Kiwi franc will be a really good trade to take. Yeah, Kiwi franc long would be a really good one. All right, guys, let me show you. So with that in mind, yeah, you guys have this. Let me make sure everyone in the chat box has this both in the live and in the recording. Make sure you guys have that. And then let me go check out, let's go take a look at some of the trades that we have open right now. So I actually have a trade on this account that's open on the Euro Aussie. Hasn't done much yet, but it's coming. I shorted the Euro Aussie earlier today. Basically this trade, I've got 2 trades ready to go on here. So this is called a banker's candle, this right here. It's the last candle before a big move to the downside. So I've been trying to work a move lower. I've been trying to negotiate a move lower on this. I don't know if it's going to follow through. So far, I'm in the money, I'm in profit, but it seems to want to, continue higher. So I'm not too certain about that one, but nonetheless, I do have a buy down here. Again, here's another banker's candle. This is the last big candle before the move higher. So this is my range. If the market comes back down, I want to buy if it hits right there. We'll see if it actually does that or it comes back down. I don't know if it will, but I'm anticipating it now in case it does. But that is its signal. I did post those in the Telegram, so you guys should be able to take those. Another trade I'm really excited about. We'll see if it triggers. I have nothing else that's active. The only trade that's active is that Euro Aussie. And then on my other account, I have that dollar franc long position that I have open. Yeah, that one's still going. Let's go take a look at, so here's the Euro pound, right? So I have 2 trades in here that have not triggered, but I'm hoping they trigger. So this is market structure right here. We talked about this morning. This whole area was structure, right? Like that was broken in the past. And what you want to do is you want to find out what caused the market to break that structure? Well, it was whatever buys and sells occurred in this little box right here. Whatever the market did to create that right here, right? And then you also have this right here. Okay, so these 2 boxes are areas of where the banks have had interest in the past. And so these are natural places to buy because if the market comes back to here, we know that there's been past orders in these areas. And so the market is likely to bounce off of those. So I can show you guys, I have that trade. Like I think I showed you guys this. So this is my trade on the on the what's it called? The dollar franc. I literally have an order right on that wick right there, down there, right on that wick. And how did I do that? I'll show you. If you go to Trading View, it's a little bit better to look at. Let's go to dollar franc. Okay, so here's the market now. It pulled back a lot. How did we know it was going to stop right there and go up? Right on that wick. There was only less than an hour of opportunity in the last 72 hours to be able to grab that right there. So we have one of the very best prices possible out of the entire market on this dollar franc. How do we know? You go back in time. You actually have to go back pretty far to the last time the market, you have to go back pretty far. Oh, sorry, I hit the mic there. Well, I guess you have to go back to April. So this is the structure, right? Here's the structure. Okay. And whatever happened in here is what caused the market to break up so hard like it did. Whatever happened in here, right? So, and it's also reverse head and shoulders. You can probably see that too. But yes, like I said, whatever happened here, whatever the banks were doing is what caused that market to rise. And so what I did is I just drew my box, from the top of that little structure to down here, the mechanism that caused that rally. And then you just scoot back over. You can see it dipped into it for a second there in August. And then it did it again here in November, right? So you have to kind of do your homework and go back in time and find those right before they happen, right? So that one's already hit. It's possible it could hit again, but my entry on that is about as perfect as it comes. Go and look at what are some other trades that we're in. So I showed you the euro pound. That one hasn't triggered yet, but if you look at it, it's the same thing. Here's the structure, here's the resistance, right? And that market structure broke, and you can see that resistance goes all the way back here too. It broke because of whatever happened here and whatever happened here. So at the top of this purple box is a great place to buy if it comes down, and also the top of this box. So one of these places I'm going to get it right. If this one stops out, I'll stop out here at the bottom of that mechanism. I'll try again right here, all the way down to the bottom of the mechanism. And then I should get a really sniper-like entry on those. This is not triggered yet. This is a trade that is waiting to happen. I am ready for it. The limit orders are already in, ready to go. You can see that on the chart here, ready to go. It could happen while I'm asleep. It could happen while I'm on vacation, doing whatever. It could happen while you're at work or whatever you're doing. It's ready to go, right? You have to have them ready to go because it's hard to be there right when it happens unless you're looking at the chart all day long. Okay, so I got another trade in the USD CAD. I'll show you this one. Actually, I can show you here if it comes up. Here we go. So I'm looking to buy just below this support, and it's kind of weird. Like people are like, why would you buy just below the support level that just recently formed? Well, I think there is room for this to come down and hit that and then go back up. I'll show you on the trading view chart why I think that. So yeah, you run over here and you can see this purple box I drew out here. Why did I do that? We'll just go back in time. This is the structure. This was the last thing before the break of the structure, before the market went just sky high. It was this thing right here. So I'm trying to buy if it comes into that area and then stop out quickly if it doesn't work out. I actually have another trade on. This is not on here, I don't believe. No, I didn't take it on here. But I do have it on my FTMO account. This is a banker's candle right here. Last bar before a significant down move, right? And so I have a trade to sell right here and a stop loss right up there. That's a smaller trade, but still an opportunity. I'm looking for it to come back down, maybe make 100 pips or so on the move down. That's a 2.5 to 1, almost 3 to 1 reward to risk ratio. If that happens. Okay. And then, yeah, I showed you the USD franc, how that just wicked in there recently. Okay, what else do we have? I have, let's see, Euro Aussie, both of those, both directions. I'm willing to trade either direction actually on that one. Dollar yen. I actually do have a trade ready to go on that pair. I'll show you. Same thing, it's just banker's candle type of stuff. So yeah, you can see the trade there. Let me just go to training view so you can see it better. This was the last candle right here before the market came down. So that's my sell zone right there. Anything in the purple, I'm willing to sell. Once it hits the top of the purple, I'll stop out. But yeah, if it comes up to here and then pulls back, fantastic. We'll make our money on that trade. So that's another trade I have set up. And I think I sent that one out too. I think I did. All right, and then let's see, what else do we have? USD yen, Euro pound, CAD franc. Oh yeah, a CAD franc and Aussie Kiwi. On the CAD franc, it's another trade that I'm taking. I have a buy also just below support. You know, why there? Why exactly right there? Well, go look at the chart. So let me tell you how I identify these. Like, how do you know, like, how does Steve know? How do I know that a setup is coming? Well, I like to, when I'm just first glancing at a chart, I like to find charts that are steaming lower, like they're or ripping higher. Okay. Because that presents massive opportunity. And I'm going to show you why. Again, like we're starting to consolidate here. We're starting to see the market slow down. Like what's going on? You know, if you go back in time, back to the time the market was in this area, you have to go back pretty dang far actually on this pair. Oh, is this the one that's all the way back in 2021? I think so. Like it has not been to this area since 2021, which is crazy. Yeah, look at this. So this is the structure. Here, I'm going to move this guy out of the way. This is whatever happened here is what caused the breakout. The market just shot up from there. So if the market comes in and touches this zone, comes into this zone, that's a great buying area because it was the last kind of like consolidation, whatever you want to call it, trading imbalance before the breakout. Okay. So now you fast forward and you, since I've drawn it out, that this is the area. Now we fast forward to where we're trading today. It's pretty far. You have to go pretty, here it is. Since we know that that's the imbalance right here, I'm gonna, if it drops 35 pips, I'm gonna execute a buy and look for the market to rally from there. Now, if it comes into here, Obviously I'll lose. I'll hit my stop loss, but I'm willing to do that because, you'll have several trades that hit your stop losses, but I think it's okay in the name of, the profits that we're making. If you hit your stop loss, um, it's okay because that's normal, right? You have to hit your stop losses sometimes, right? But as long as you've got it in a strategic place and you've thought well out your risk management, I think it's a good thing. Okay, last trade that I have open, and then I want to just real quickly go with you for those that are here live. I want to go hunting for maybe 10 minutes or so and just look for opportunities after we review these. So yeah, this is another trade I'm taking. Obviously, this agrees with the COT report in a very good way. If this market comes back up to that banker's candle, here's my range, I will sell if it comes back up to there. And I have it ready to go already. I don't have to do anything. It's just ready to go, right? All right. So let's go to, what do we need to do now? Yeah, let's look for some setups. Maybe some that I have missed today. So I'll just kind of go on the hourly chart. I like to trade on the hourly time frame to look for these opportunities. I'm not gonna actually, I like to look on TradingView. On the Aussie CAD, let's see if this goes up. We'll see about that. Oh, there's no range up here. So no, I'm not interested in Aussie CAD. Really not interested. Well, actually, on the Aussie franc, yeah, there could be an opportunity here. Something like this where this would be the range kind of thing. If it came back up into here, that could be a good sell potentially. Yeah. Let me look at this from a 15-minute. See, this is a banker's candle right here. Yeah, just trying to see if this is something that's worth trading. Yeah, like if it came back up into this range, I would say it would be a good sell opportunity. Like something like that. If it came up into there, yeah, it'd be time to sell. I might do that. Okay, yeah, so let me draw these lines out. So if I were to take this, I'd sell right there. I'd stop out there. And then I'd target, gosh, I mean, probably back into this area tonight. Yeah, let me plug that in over here. So this is the Aussie franc. Just so you know, a lot of these trades never trigger, but you just have to throw a lot of shots out there where opportunities are, and then just hope the market can hit some of those for you. So what I'm doing is I'm placing a new order over here. So I've got my lines drawn out, right? on the Aussie francs. So my stop loss would be at 0.64113. Take profit's going to be down there at that lower line, 0.62585. And then I'm wanting to sell if it goes to 0.63796. And then I hit place. And yeah, that executed a sell limit for me. So yeah, if it comes up into that area again, I'm ready to go. Perfect. Okay. So this is kind of like my last analysis before I go into tomorrow. Just trying to find if there's anything lining up. Yeah, like this Aussie yen lines up, and this agrees with the COT report, I believe, too. Like if you go back and look at the COT report, how's the yen? Yen's a short. Aussie's also a short too, so they kind of counter each other. It's not like a big deal, but it's just something to be aware of. Oops. So I'm thinking on the Aussie yen, here's the range on this. So you can see we're forming lower lows and lower lows and lower highs, specifically lower highs. So what I would be interested in is this was basically the last large candlestick before the market started coming down. So often the market will, if it wants to continue lower, will come back up to that and then head lower for the night, which it appears it wants to do that. So I'm thinking of placing an order, unless that's what that was all about. You never know. You still got to take the trade, see if you can grab it. So I would be looking at, so here's my range. That's my sell range. Here. And draw my lines. So right there would be the stop. This would be the entry to sell. And then we would want to target at least to there, maybe more. If it's going to be an actual breakout, maybe it goes even further than that. I don't know for sure though. I'm just going to put it down here. I can manage it in the morning. I just sometimes it's, if the market just keeps on going, it stinks if you miss that trade, you know? Okay. So yeah, I'll place a sell right there. Let me go ahead and place another order. This is on the Aussie yen. And I'm going to place a new order, right? And this is the sell limit with a stop at 0.94676. 0.94676. Oh, why won't it? Oh, never mind. 94.676. There we go. Taking profit at 92.860. And we will sell if it comes back up to 94.176. And then you place, and then the trade is in, basically. So okay. All right. Let's continue on, see what else we can find. Oh yeah, this guy. So there's actually a lot of places to buy on this Aussie Kiwi. If you go back in time, the last time it was in these areas, look what happens. So you have market structure right up here, right? And technically, even this is a place to buy at. We're already in that range though. So I'm not buying right now, a little bit cautious with it, but yeah, if it came back into here or into here, these would be good areas to buy at. So I've been contemplating taking this trade as well. It's already come into here before, and it went up, yes, but not a ton. I'm gonna skip that one, to be honest. I'm skipping the Aussie dollar. I already looked at that one earlier. Yeah, we have this trade in on the CAD franc already. CAD yen. Yeah, it came down into this area and then went up. I'm not trading this one at the moment. I'm not trading the franc yen. Here's the euro Aussie. Yeah, with this one, there's some really good places to buy down here. I'm kind of skipping this one too. I already have what I'm doing here is if you zoom into the candlesticks, this is a banker's candle, this guy, and this is my zone. So basically this came into the zone today and I shorted right there, and I'm almost to break even. I'm up $47 on this trade, but it could quickly turn south if it keeps going higher. And we will find out if it does. It certainly could continue higher. But it also could turn around. Who knows? I just don't know on this trade. I have a buy. This is another banker's candle, this move right here. So I have a buy on there just in case it does come down. Again, I really have no clue if it's going to or not. I just set up just in case the market does, but a lot of these trades just never trigger. Okay, this is the Euro CAD. Oh yeah, dang. This was the trade earlier that I got stopped out on that I wish I had stayed in. Um, I actually did lose like 1,200 bucks on this trade this morning, which really stunk, but it's okay. I mean, I have another trade, like my USD franc trade is up $2,200 right now, so I'm okay with that. And I've got some others that I'm really excited about, but I did some research on this EuroCAD. If you go back over here, it looks like this is really the sell zone. I just had my sell zone a little too tight. Like if you come back into here, so obviously it came up into it, came down that other time, but this is what I'm looking at. This is all the way back in April. This is the consolidation, whatever you want to call it, that happened right before the market got pummeled. And so there's obviously a lot of sell orders in this area. We'll see if it holds. I'm not selling it right now. I actually have a sell on the pound CAD, so similar to this guy. If the market actually breaks lower, you'll see that one in just a second. Actually, did I show that one to you guys already? I can't remember. Pound CAD. Oh, it's not on here. It's on my other account. That's okay. Here's the Euro franc. Oh, this was interesting. Why did it stop in here? Why did the market come in here and then stop? I think it had to do with this. The banks added some orders right in there. So in that range before the market had its big, massive breakout. So I think that's why the market came into here and then just went up. But at this point, I'm really not looking to trade it, the Euro franc, unless maybe for a banker's candle trade. I don't know. I'm leaving that one alone. I've already got lots of trades in. Leaving this guy alone. Yeah, that one's already done its thing. Leaving that one alone. So yeah, I am curious about the prospect of selling the pound CAD. It actually is in several levels of like sell zones. Like if you go back, I'll show you these sell zones. So here's what I'm looking at right here. So all of this purple represents where the market was and what it created to cause this move lower, this big move lower. So that's why I'm considering this as sell zone. Okay, and above it would be where your stop loss goes. And then my next area, I'm not interested in selling anywhere between here and here, but I am interested in selling if it came all the way up into here, because the last time it was here, this is whatever happened here is what gave the market permission to just fall off a cliff, 645 pips. So I do feel like this is a good area to sell at if it came up into here. And so if you scroll over to where the market is today, right? So I don't have an actual sell on the pound CAD right now. What I did is I'm willing to sell if it breaks lower because I'm being a little cautious with it. It's a little more cautious entry. If it breaks lower below that candlestick body right there, I don't know if you can see it, this candlestick body. If it breaks below that, I'm going to start selling tonight on the pound CAD. And then my stop loss is obviously right here at the end of the zone. And then I'm not going to sell again unless it gets to here. If it gets to here, I mean, that is a lot. Like if it goes 190 pips, I will enter another sell, and that sell has a stop loss of 104 pips, but you know, it's got a target that's like 500, 600 pips, right, behind it. So we are going to find the market, you know, it's going to find a top here soon, I believe, because it is in a significant sell zone. But even if it doesn't, I am going to stop out pretty firmly right there. And then yes, if it comes back up into this sell zone, again, I like this because the market last time, the market was up in this area. Obviously a big correction happened. Same thing with this thing, whatever happened here, whatever the banks were doing is what caused this big move right here. So these are the things you want to pay attention to is, hey, what's causing these big moves that just freely break support and resistance, that go straight through trend lines and support resistance lines? Those are the bankers these are institutional orders. This box right here and this box right here, because obviously what follows these boxes is really significant institutionalized moves. That's why these are my selling boxes. So anything in the purple would technically be a sell. Outside of the purple, like in between here and here, that's not a good place to sell. But yeah, once it got into this next box, that would be a good place to sell again. Great. So that's how I am trading that one. We'll just be a little patient with it. Here's the pound franc. What am I thinking about this one? What am I going to do with this one? Well, this is the one. This is the trade I made. This is my biggest trade of the week. I bought in here, and I made 180 pips on that trade. I made about almost $5,000 on that move right there. How did I know it was going to do that? It's because before this move happened, I came back here and I saw here's the structure, here's the resistance. It came down here, came back up. Whatever happened in here in this little mechanism is what caused that big 300 pip move. See, again, got to pay attention to this kind of stuff. If you pay attention to this kind of thing, it's the difference between you making thousands and thousands of dollars or losing lots of money, right? Fortunately, like I said, this trade, this was awesome. So I saw that and I said, okay, here's my block. Here's my buy block right here. So if it dips into that block, it's a buy. And boom, sure enough, $4,500, single trade. One trade. I woke up in the morning to $4,500. This trade right here is over, but same concept. Again, why did the market dip right there? Just go back in time. Here's that mechanism right here. Whatever happened here is what caused this massive move. That's a bank move right there. So you draw this out. Again, whatever they did, boom, you can cause that. You can see it came down on a single bar, dipped into it, and then see ya, right? So again, it's whatever happened here, whatever they did here, you got to pay attention to this kind of stuff. I didn't know to pay attention to this until before. I had to do a lot of research. Found a lot of people who trade this way, who own Lamborghinis, who have a lot of money. They have the big watches, you know, they're all trading like this, you know, so they, you know, they're looking for this kind of thing. They're paying attention to, okay, in the past, the market made this big move. What preceded it? Oh, whatever the market was doing right here is what matters. You fast forward, boom. Very low risk trade, huge reward trade. That one's over. So again, we have to just anticipate. We have to anticipate. Oh, hey, is this trade lining up? Pound Kiwi. Oh, this might be a good trade, actually. Does this agree with the COT report? Pound is long, though. Kiwi is long. They're both the same. Okay. I just saw an opportunity here that looked interesting to me. I'm not sure if I have a lot of trades on right now. I probably have too many, but I don't know. I just get really excited when I see an opportunity. See, that came up to there and then started going down. And it's trending down. That could be an entry. Thinking about selling this pound Kiwi. I'll come back to it. All right. I think I've got to run. I got some stuff I got to do. We had a 50-minute webinar, but this is good. We've got a lot of trades set up for today. In fact, I'll just show you all the trades I have lined up, like down here, just all these different trades. A lot of them are still the same carryover trades from yesterday that just haven't changed. Like they're still really, so that's my alarm going off. Sorry about that. But they all look really, really good. So I'm excited to see them continue to do what they do. Like on this dollar franc trade, if I can pull that up, this trade has a whiles to go. Like I bought down there on that wick, but I am looking to make like an extra 188 pips on that times, so 188 pips times $25 a pip. It's $4,700 plus the 2,200 that I'm up. Yeah, I'm trying to make $6,900 on this. So I'm trying to make a $7,000 profit on this trade. Should work. That's why I'm not taking my profits yet. It should work. So I think I really got a good angle on this trade. So, all right. Well, I think I'll wrap up with that. Keep an eye out on the Telegram. I may just kind of print my trades for the night and just post them on Telegram for you guys to see. But yeah, hoping for some volatility, hoping for some movements tonight to see if we can really expand this going into tomorrow. So anyway, appreciate you coming, Sam, and appreciate everyone else watching this and the recording. And we'll see you guys tomorrow on the next webinar. Thanks for coming.